everybody, welcome to my first anime review. So today I'm going to be reviewing Durarara Season 1, and I decided I wanted to give anime ratings from 0 to 5, 0 being the worst and 5 being the best. There's going to be like half points and stuff in between, so if I were to rate Durarara Season 1 alone, since I haven't seen Season 2 and the series is not done yet, I'd give it a 4.5 out of 5. The reason why is because it's got a really interesting plot. It's not very predictable, which is, really boring to people. So it's got good development, and every episode so far is from somebody else's point of view, which really keeps you curious because there's so many characters and they've all got these webs to each other, but you're not sure how until you get there. Like, they might give you clues and stuff, but until you get there, you're really not sure, like, how one person connects to another or what they've got to do with each other. And this occurs through plots and subplots, and, yeah, it's just really good development. They've got a lot of badass characters, like Shizuo, he's broken like every bone in his body, so he's like the strongest dude in the city. There's Salty, who doesn't have a head. Like, who is the slasher? What's the deal with that? And the main question, the most important question is, what the hell is up with the Russian sushi place? Like, everybody who works there is probably a serious badass or like undercover. I'm not even sure yet, but yeah, the characters are really cool. A lot of them are really likable, and the ones that you aren't supposed to like, you don't like them. So I consider that great development, and it's got decent animation. It's got a really good opening because the opening ties in like a little summary of whatever has happened before that's relevant that you're going to need to know for the current episode that you're watching. And I've never really seen that before. You see the openings and you see the summaries, but not integrated in with each other, which is really cool. So there's fighting, which is cool. There's drama, there's secrets, there's some romance, but it's not super cliche and corny, which is always nice. And as you're watching the story, like, they give you a lot of these small details and situations that you're not sure are relevant until later, and you start picking up the pieces and putting together a puzzle, and it's like, oh, I remember that. Oh, I know what's gonna happen next. Like, just a little bit of foreshadowing is always nice, especially if you can recognize it. So some of the things that would deter people from the series, like, I started the first episode and I was just like, what is this? There's like 5,000 characters. How am I ever going to remember them all? And it really does have a lot of characters. But that's one of the cool things about the series having such great character development, is that once you get past the fact that there's so many, the daunting fact that there's so many characters, right? Like, you get to know them and you like them, so you want to see more of them. And since they have a good opening, it tells you everybody's name as it shows them in the opening, and then it gives you that summary. So despite the fact that there's so many people to remember, you kind of recognize them anyways. On top of that, there's like fragmented storytelling. Like, since everybody has a different point of view, and each episode is kind of from these different point of views, the story is pretty fragmented. It's definitely not one of those series that is linear in its storyline or the way that it tells a story. So if you don't like that, or it's not really your thing, then you're not gonna love this series. Another thing that I noticed, which is not a like or dislike, but this is one of those series that has violence, there is blood, people get hurt, but I haven't seen anybody die. You don't see people die. There's no gruesome killing or anything like that. So yeah, pretty much the main plot is everybody's being controlled by Izaya, right? Like, if you haven't seen it before, that's a spoiler, kind of. But I just have to talk about Izaya because he's just such a dick. He's so evil. He totally reminds me of Moriarty from Sherlock Holmes, like any Sherlock Holmes. But yeah, like, you can't help but just wonder, like, what is he up to? And that's what really drove the story, because everything is his little game, and I could kind of agree with that, or respect that, so to speak. But yeah, so that's it on Durarara Season 1. Keep a lookout for Season 2 review once that's finished and I watch it all. And in the meantime, I'll be doing reviews on animes like Steins Gate, Noragami. I just recently finished The Devil is a Part-Timer, so keep a lookout for that. And if you like my reviews, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more of them. Thanks, guys. Have a good one. Bye.